Nalla Narasimha Reddy Education Society's group of institutions, integrated campus. The institution is approved by AICT in New Delhi and affiliated to JNTU Hyderabad. This is Dr. G. Subbarao, professor working in the Department of Civil Engineering. In today's session, I am going to discuss about the importance of force in civil engineering point of view by quoting a few case studies as a part of Unit 3 Structural Geology, which comes in Engineering Geology. Case studies of force in civil engineering point of view. This is one case. At the dam side, if the geological formations and their limbs dip gently towards upstream direction, I mean in this direction, this is the cross section of the dam, reservoir upstream side, this is the downstream side, and if the geological formations are beds and their limbs are dipping, I mean towards upstream direction. So in such a case, it is more favorable and suitable and having advantages, because whatever the water is accumulated in the reservoir, which never escapes into downstream side. So dipping of geological formations towards upstream side is preferable rather than downstream side, and it is more advantageous. This is case 1. So what happens here? At the dam side, the weight of the dam, that is W, acts vertically. See the figure. So weight of the dam, I mean which acts vertically, and lateral thrust, of course, that is due to reservoir water, T, and whatever the force, resultant force of these two forces will be always inclined in the downstream direction. So resultant force towards downstream direction and lateral thrust, that is T, that happens due to reservoir water. Coming to another case in 2, the figure clearly shows that the resultant force R in the dam, which is also inclined slightly in the downstream direction and which is not perpendicular to the bedding planes of the strata. Same upstream, reservoir water, downstream side. Hence, this geological setting is not ideal, though it's not bad. So it may be considered to some extent. It's not bad and it's not ideal. In this case, what is the concept here? I mean, the resultant force in the dam, which is inclined towards downstream direction, which is not perpendicular to the bedding planes of the strata. In such a case, this case is not ideal but may be considered, though it's not bad. This is case 2. Further, the reservoir water, which is always under pressure, try to attempt to leak beneath the dam along the horizontal bedding planes. Thereby, it causes uplift pressure. Of course, the heavy weight of the dam, which acts vertically downwards, will effectively obstruct such possible flow of water, which means uplift pressure over the dam is minimum. So in this case, the uplift pressure, whatever it is generated, is minimum. So this case also can be considered because of this reason. And let us see one more case. Here, the dam is located over the limb of the fold, not exactly on the crest or trough. It's only on the limb of the fold, and the limb dips along the downstream direction, which is shown in the figure. So this is the downstream direction. So the limb of the geological formations, I mean dipping towards downstream direction. So in such a case, So here the resultant force of the dam will be parallel or nearly parallel. So that resultant force, that means depending upon the dip angle or dip amount of the geological formations and the inclination of the resultant force, I mean maybe parallel or nearly parallel to the bedding planes. That means the beds are less competent. Therefore, such geological setting is not favorable. That means it is unfavorable. So, apart from being less competent, it also causes leakage. Not only less competent, also causes leakage of reservoir water along downstream dipping bedding planes. Hence, this setting is not suitable to construct a dam or reservoir. Thank you.